Homeowners promised a federal buyout after their homes were destroyed by Helene. Today are confused and frustrated over how much to expect from FEMA.
They are worried that the way their homes are being valued could cost them tens of thousands of dollars.
News 13's Kimberly King is continuing to press FEMA and state officials for answers. Kim, more than a year after the storm, some still feel left in the dark.
Holly, we started looking into the formula of how FEMA does payouts and learned that state emergency management here in North Carolina has submitted tax values to come up with a buyout estimate for homeowners. Owners are worried they won't get the figure they were promised.
Don't get too close. It's very hard. Don't go any farther. It's hard whenever your kids look at you and say all they want for Christmas is a new house. And you can't give that to them because the government is taking so long on their end of the process.
More than a year after Helene, Bethany Hollifield and her children are living in her mom's basement in Marion.
It's very cramped. We have 4 people living in 2 rooms.
Their McDowell County home's purchase price, $195,000 before the Helene landslide destroyed it. They hope they'll get at least that from the federal government's hazard mitigation grant program.
I'm frustrated that we were given the runaround, and I felt like I've been lied to.
She's not alone.
The day before the storm, this was worth about $400,000.
Laura Watrous lost her cabin in Yancey County.
I'm still holding out for what is in writing and what I was told when I applied for this, that it would be the value the day before the storm.
I've recently learned that they're sending in the assessed value, which is a little concerning.
Gayla Wallers lost her home in Burnsville. She says was worth more than $430,000.
My market value is 3.6 times more than my assessed value. So that's not a good deal at all.
They all want to know what value FEMA will pay. I uncovered spreadsheets for numerous homes by North Carolina Emergency Management submitted to FEMA. The documents list each home's tax value and adjusted property value. Emergency Management says is a rough estimate for the market value homeowners were promised. An Excel spreadsheet lists approximate purchase value for each home. Would you like to know the number?
Yeah. If the number before the storm was 400,000 and now they only throw us 200. Well, what does that mean?
If they have submitted a value much lower, then FEMA may approve some much lower amount than what people need. I'm very curious, what dollar amount have they put down?
The acquisition program will provide funds up to the value of the home as of the day before the storm.
Steve McGugan, North Carolina's buyout manager, has made Facebook posts, yet North Carolina Emergency Management continues to decline our request to interview him, saying he's focused on getting buyouts approved.
I've spoken to a lot of people in this program.
But Matt Calabria, who heads up the governor's recovery team, did.
What can you tell people who are signed up for this about these spreadsheets and what kind of numbers for their properties are on there?
I have not reviewed the spreadsheets. I don't know what information in particular is on them.
So I asked if payouts are based on tax values or appraisals.
What a resident may stand to receive is based on the FEMA appraisal of their property. And FEMA hasn't authorized any appraisals to date.
What would you say to people out there that hear this story, hear these numbers exist, and in your role as the director, what do you want to say to them? Do you encourage them to call their county?
Ultimately, residents need to know that when we provide information to them, they can take it to the bank.
My goal at the county level here in McDowell is to ensure that we're transparent and accessible.
McDowell County Deputy EMS Director Adrian Jones feels homeowners should know where the state's starting with their property value.
I understand your tax card may not match the appraisal value. This is a starting point for a budget to build for FEMA review. We have shared those adjusted property values with everyone that is in Group 1.
But that's not the case in Buncombe County.
But that's something that NCEM pulls.
Other counties are providing that to the homeowners.
So the county isn't comfortable with sharing that information.
Calabria explained the process has been slow and FEMA's behind.
By this point in the process, we would have expected to see a number of FEMA approvals.
He also added funding for the program across the country is halted.
As best we understand it, there's a national standstill on moving forward with HMGP projects.
Are you sensing that it's Kristi Noem's office?
I would hesitate to speculate as to what the underlying reasons are, but we certainly do understand that the Department of Homeland Security and the Secretary would be involved in those decisions.
I reached out to Secretary Noem's office as well as FEMA. So far, there's been no response. Bethany continues to pay her mortgage on her home she can't even live in to avoid foreclosure. She's contacted Congressman Chuck Edwards.
I've sent him an email, and the only thing that I get back from him is a subscription to his newsletter.
So are you disappointed with his office?
Yes.
And even President Trump, who she voted for.
I've actually sent him an email as well.
So far, no answer. Nearly a year later, after the president came to comfort victims and said this.
We're going to get you the resources you need and the support that you deserve.
For Bethany, Laura, and Gayla, the wait drags on with few answers as to why FEMA approvals have not begun.
We just need more information. We feel kind of lost with a year out and not much has happened.
Now, new tonight, I've learned that Yancey County's manager told Laura her buyout estimate and she's okay with it. Bethany, meanwhile, tells me Congressman Chuck Edwards' office as well as U.S. Senator Ted Budd have both reached out to her to FEMA on her behalf after I emailed both offices about her story to us. The reason that this program exists is so homes never get built on flooded lots again. This is a program meant to help victims, and we're committed to following it for them.